Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Railway Empire. Today, we're going to go ahead and increase or upgrade our train today.
Oh, this new locomotive looks
So now we're
impressive.
going to go into the research development part, and we're going to actually look at the new locomotives that have been added to this particular DLC. So we're starting off with we have the Rocket, which is your basic train is basically just a little steam engine on wheels. So then we go up to the Adler, which is a very nice little addition. That is to replace, I believe, the John Bull or the John Hancock for the American map. They got the John Bull still. That one is a nice thing. Although this particular version doesn't have the extra cargo trailer for the coal or the wood. Then we move up to the fire. Oh, actually, no, sorry. We come back down to the Derwent with the supply or the fuel box in front, which is kind of a weird situation. But anyways, then we go on to the Firefly. I can't actually show you this right now because I haven't developed it yet or researched that part yet. So we got the Firefly, which is a 2x2x2, so 3 axle. Got the Odin, which is another 2x2x2. I believe got the Le Continent, which is a 4x2x0. The Jenny Lind, which looks like a nice little train.
Oh, what do we have here? Looks like the plans from your development department.
Oh, okay. Got the Le Mat, which is a nice. Did they just steal my Adler? They did. Oh, okay, she just stole. Okay. So this is what the Adler looks like. Let's go ahead and replace our trains with it. Now we can actually go ahead and ride alongside. It kind of looks a lot like the Dunham, actually. The looks of it. Got ourselves a nice little train station there. Go ahead and take a look at this one. It unloads. And hopefully it will start reloading here. It looks like a full train of passengers and mail. So that's a good sign. Change your camera angle. A very nice look at the way the land looks out here. We have a very beautiful countryside. Quite enjoyable. It is quite enjoyable, in my opinion. that's enough of that. So let's go out and look what else we can do here. There isn't much, unfortunately. Nothing on the dairy yet, so getting vacant for the time being. So I was kind of thinking about building a warehouse somewhere to get all the commodities into various towns. And I'm thinking this little island here would be the perfect place to do it. Because there is only approximately 6 commodities on this particular island itself. That would be ideal. Then we can run it through Odense. But to do that, before we do that, we're going to have to expand this particular portion of the line to go into. And there's this main line here. Or we simply force it down into the other connector down there. But we don't want to screw this dairy portion up because we do want to have access to it. So the other thing to do that is we could also, in the future, connect that to the warehouse. So let's go ahead and start this portion. I think that's exactly what we're connected to the warehouse later on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out here, grab that. Now I do want to take a look at my signals to make sure this one has to go into that far. Okay. Well, this one. Look at there. This guy will plug here. I don't know why it does that. It automatically almost seems to never want to run parallel like that. Which will be a problem when we want to tie this into it, but hopefully we can take care of that when that time arises. Or actually, hang on. Why are we doing it that way? Yeah, no, I don't like that actually. Come on. Why are we doing it that way? This way. Not running too many trains on that one line. Go ahead and pop that in. That will actually probably make it easier to grab the dairy later. So, the thing with putting in signals, I didn't mention this in a previous episode or anything, but when you're doing this with going through an existing supply tower at this, when you're putting in your signals, make sure after that supply, on both sides of that supply tower, your signals are in. For example, here, south of this supply tower here, we have the signals in. Northern part, we don't. So just go ahead and put your signals in with your control, and then holding control, and then it'll space them out evenly. Each time, both sides of the their supply tower have to be done that way. So keep that in mind. Actually, now that we have that, we can actually run train between these two cities. No? Now that we got that established. We're going to need a lot more money before we can go ahead and pop that warehouse in here. For now, that is basically where we're going to sit. Unfortunately. I just realized I kind of screwed myself over on that one. Didn't I? Okay, so let's go ahead and fix this problem. Not a problem yet, but it will be. Oh, there. That there, that there. Put in signals for that. Pop those up. So now I can take these two other connectors and run them up here to this other city when I actually expand that way. Because the way we had it before, we would have had to bridge over top of that that line to the textures. So the wall, I should say. So now we gotta find. Don't have to find, but we should be looking future expansions. I'm actually gonna go ahead and put a air facility here. Now is that no suitable freight or because out of logs, or is that because not out of logs? Somebody doesn't need logs anymore. Holding doesn't need logs anymore. I still got adequate supply right now. Hopefully that'll.
I'm gonna see your bet and raise it.
Oh, that's a problem because she now just bought 15% of our company now. So that is something to watch now. Just want to watch this. Want to see if it'll actually start filling up here. Okay, there's nothing there. So what we could do, alleviate the cost. Um, not a whole lot we really want to do at that point right now because I really don't want to put a warehouse in here. There's a lot of commodities in here. We don't have any demand for them yet. So, other than the fish. But unfortunately, that might be the best way to go, actually. So, you want to expand into this particular city at some point. But for right now, let's go ahead and set up our warehouse, and we'll try and demonstrate how we do that. So let's go ahead and pop in our warehouse. What we're going to do is, in our warehouse, we're going to add, we'll do fish. There's some wheat up here. There is some wheat here. We'll do whatever that is. What are their commodities up here? There's salt there, but we won't need salt for quite a while, so we won't be working on that. Back for that, and we'll max those out. All right, so now before we go broke and expanding, let's put our speedometer there. Now we want to do is
Look, one of your trains is broken down.
break off from here. Hang on. Wasn't what I wanted you to do. Pop that there. Let's go ahead and put the signals here and pop in traffic. Pop in supply tower. If you are holding, so we're gonna add the warehouse to that. Note link. I'll run those other two trains right now because they are hauling freight. But as soon as we get the warehouse fully set up, we will.
I'm gonna see your bet and raise it.
Oh, she now owns 30% of my company. So this is not looking out good for us right now. See if we can. Or any other okay. This yeah, now okay. Pop that there. Why? That makes absolutely no sense. No sense at all. It makes no sense at all. All right. Now what we're going to do is the other two. This particular one, we're going to set you up for warehouse. Pop that out. Pop the warehouse in. Oh. Fence. Plug in the warehouse. Pop out cleanse logging. Up. And of course, we'll need another train. Set up later because right now we have only the logs coming out of there, so we'll set that up in a little bit later. But that'll be it for this episode, guys. So thank you for joining me. Hopefully, we'll pull out of this little slump we're in right now. 35% of our company is gone. It's over to the other opponent. So let's go ahead and wrap it up for today. We will see you on the next episode. Until then, guys, stay safe. Have a good one.